At this hour, two men are sitting in jail after police in East Alabama connect them to a fraud case. We'll tell you the details. A Georgia business owner is $20,000 in the hole with the Department of Revenue after finding out the money she was sending in for her taxes were not going to its intended place. And your voice counts in this year's election race. Tonight, in the first part of WTVM's Your Voice, Your Vote series, you'll hear the issues from two men vying for a position with Columbus City Council. Hello, everyone, and welcome to coverage you can count on at 5:30. I'm Simone Doughton. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Two East Alabama men are arrested and charged with credit card fraud. The case stems back to early March when a woman reported her credit card stolen. 24-year-old Jeremy Melton of Clanton, Alabama, and 27-year-old Kyle Yarbrough of Five Points, Alabama, were arrested over the weekend by Auburn police. A woman told investigators that an unknown person stole her credit card from her purse and made purchases totaling over $200. Right now, both men are in custody at the Lee County Jail. Yarbrough has an eligible bond for $3,000 and Melton's bond is $6,000. A bill that failed in the Alabama legislature may keep the state from carrying out lethal injections for the rest of the year. The legislature killed a bill that would have kept the drugs and manufacturers of drugs used for state executions secret. GOP supporters of the bill said that electric chair may be the only way to carry out justice. Opponents argue nothing should be secret that is paid by taxpayers. A Georgia business owner pays thousands of dollars towards her state sales tax only to find out the money was never being turned over to the state. Instead, that money was being used for personal expenses by her tax advisor. Amy Napier-Viteri has more from Roswell, Georgia.
This money we've already paid and they're having to pay again, and I don't expect to ever get that back by any means.
Abby Clark says she paid Todd Kelly of Tax Tracks LLC to prepare sales tax returns for her Roswell restaurant 9th Street Kitchen for over a year. She was shocked when she got a call from the Department of Revenue a few months ago letting her know she owed over $20,000 in back taxes.
He should have turned that money over to the state to pay their sales tax bill, and instead he kept it for himself.
The Department of Revenue's Special Investigations Chief Josh Waite says they have a warrant for Kelly's arrest on theft charges. In the meantime, Clark's business is out all the money she paid Kelly and still owes it to the state.
It was a huge hit, and we're still in the process of trying to recover.
Clark says she first hired Kelly while trying to get a liquor license for her restaurant. Kelly's website says he's a former executive with Boy Scouts of America. According to his bio, he's an expert in business licensing and sales tax policy and a former Department of Revenue employee.
He knew the ins and outs and how everything worked, so we thought, oh, that's fantastic.
Instead, Clark says Kelly had an explanation for every discrepancy she found on her account.
You have reached the voicemail.
We left a message for Kelly Monday evening to ask about the allegations. Clark worries other clients may be in the same predicament.
I worry that he may have done this to them too.
Temperatures today a little below our averages for this time of year. 65 in Columbus, Auburn 63, and 67 in Albany right now. We expect to stay there, maybe come up a degree or two here over the next few hours. Then we'll be watching the rain off to our west. These showers have had some small hail with them at times. Nothing severe, that's the good news, but all of this is shifting east. Now, we do expect a weakening trend with the rain mostly falling apart by the time it gets here, meaning most folks won't see any rain at all. Still, we'll keep a very small rain chance in the forecast for tonight. The big spring fling still going on down at the Columbus Civic Center, and the forecast looking dry for that through the evening hours. Even late tonight, the chance of a shower very, very small. Now, we're going to be talking more about weather over the next few days coming up in your full forecast. That's later on in the newscast. Simone?
All right, thank you so much, Derek. Rangers at Fort Benning were recognized for their bravery during combat today. The Combat Award ceremony was held earlier today, honoring members of the 3rd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. The Rangers returned last December from their 19th deployment to Afghanistan. During that 120-day period, the battalion conducted over 127 missions. News Leader 9 spoke with a Ranger who received a Bronze Star Medal of Valor about what this award means to him.
A lot of brave things went on that night by a lot of brave people, and such good training that we get as Rangers, and just really successful. Proud we are of being Rangers. Really, you didn't want to go home that night until everything was right, so we made sure we did everything we had to do to make sure we accomplish the Ranger mission.
Rangers were also given awards for valor, such as the Silver and Bronze Stars. There was also an awarding of the Purple Heart. All but 4 soldiers returned from their last deployment overseas. April is esophageal cancer month, and WTVM wants to tell you what to look out for. Up next, the signs and symptoms, plus how to care for the problem.